going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today we've got something exciting. This is something that I will be bringing weekly to the channel, and this will be the first week before we do it, before the IPL gets underway. The IPL Power Rankings. Now this is, since the season hasn't officially started, we still have about, let me check my phone, some days. We have about 4 or 5 days left until the season starts, so I thought I might as well make a video of my predicted ladder or table, whatever you call it, playoff bracket, whatever it's called, whatever you want to call it. But we will be doing this weekly, Power Rankings. If you don't know what the difference is between Power Rankings and I guess a predicted table, Power Rankings is a weekly thing. It's something that can be updated literally every day on the go. It can be updated every day, essentially. But at least once a week, I want to try and do one of these videos while the season is going and just, you know, give my updated thoughts on where I think teams are heading, where they're placed at that point. You know, it's a bit different to the table. You kind of predict what's going to happen, not what is already happening. So that's just kind of how they work. But hey, if you guys are new, subscribe. If you guys are excited for the IPL season, leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. I'm excited for this. Hey, let's just jump into the first team, I guess. There it is, the first team. This is who I think will come in 10th at the bottom of the table in 2022. The Sunrisers Hyderabad squad. Just before we get into this, I just want to say that this is just my opinion. This doesn't mean that I'm saying it'll happen. This doesn't mean I hate this team. It doesn't mean I hate a certain player. It doesn't mean anything at the end of the day. It is just my opinion on what I think the table will be. So if I have your favorite team where you don't think, that's cool. Give me your opinion in the comments. Let me know your table. But yeah, let's just talk about why I've got Sunrisers here at 10th. So as you can see, we've got their squad on board here. I mean, obviously, Williamson, the captain, he's a lock. Pooran was a good pickup in the auction. Priyam Garg, Rahul Tripathi. Tripathi was a great pickup from Kolkata. He was making plenty of runs for them, so that's a good pickup. Markram's a good pickup. Glenn Phillips, Abdul Samad, Sundar, Abhishek Sharma, Marco Jansen, Romeo Shepherd, Umran Malik, Natarajan, Bhuvi Kumar, Kartik Tyagi, Sean Abbott. So they've got some great names that have been around and are quality players, but I don't think there's enough here. You know, I'm thinking in the bowling department, I'm thinking they're a bit short. I mean, who's their spinner? That's what I don't know, because like the Shreyas Gopal, are you going to be relying on him to spin throughout the whole season? I guess, yeah, Sundar, I guess, will bowl some spin. I mean, geez, I have Felzark Faruqi down here. I don't see a really frontline spinner here. I think their best spinner is Sundar, and then probably Gopal on this list at the moment. So I'm not saying anything too impressive, but I just don't think they've got enough depth anywhere. You know, internationals, they will play Williamson, Pooran, Tripathi, I think would be the other one. No, Tripathi's Indian. What do I mean? I was thinking out of it. So Williamson, Pooran, Jansen, I think would be the other. And I think they might go with Sean Abbott as that extra paceman. But then again, they do have Natarajan, Malik, Bhuvi Kumar, Tyagi. So they've got plenty of pace on board. I just don't think the depth is there. I don't think it's a really good team. So, hey, let's move on to the next one. All right, we are here on the team that I will think finish 9th. The Kolkata Knight Riders. This was a tough one, actually, because if you guys didn't know, when the IPL first came out, I was a Kolkata fan, just because I loved their jersey and everything, and when Adam Gilchrist, like when they had some Aussie good players there, you know, back in the day, they were kind of my first inaugural team in the IPL, but I just don't think they've put together a very good squad. I think they've put together almost the same squad that they had last year. Of course, bringing someone in like Shreyas Iyer is a big add to the team. I mean, not only is he coming in as your new captain, but your new franchise player for the next 5-6 years. One of the most exciting young cricketers in the world. So, of course, Shreyas Iyer, massive pickup. But is he going to make 70 plus runs every game? I mean, I look at this batting lineup, right? And I just don't see, you know, Sam Billings, great pickup. I love Sam Billings. He will probably keep as well. Great pickup. Dre Russell, of course, bats, that 5 to 6. Sunil Narayan, he's a Kolkata legend. But is he going to win you? He will still be batting at 5, 6, probably bowls 4. Alex Hale's another good pickup. Tim Southey, Karuna Ratne, a great pickup. But a lot of their good players are coming from overseas, and you can't play all of them in the same team. So, they will play Russ, they will play Narayan. You would think they have to play Pat Cummins, but where does that leave Alex Hales, Tim Southey, Karuna Ratne, Billings, Nabi? They've got all these great international signings. Other than that, it looks a bit dry. Venkatesh Iyer, he will obviously open or probably be their best player. Pat Cummins, world class. Iyer, of course, Nitish Rana, another good pickup. Umesh Yadav, Shivam Marvi, Sheldon Jackson. I'm going to skip over Rahane because he does not matter for T20. And then after that, it's kind of bare. So, yeah, this is just the team I have finished 9th. I don't want to waste too much time on the lower teams. But hey, let's move on to number 8. We are here with the number 8 seed. The number 8 seed team, position, whatever you want to call it. The Rajasthan Royals. Now, I know this might be a bit higher than a lot of people might be thinking. I've seen a lot of people's ladder predictions, and they either have Rajasthan last or almost second last. So I've got them third last here instead. So, Rajasthan, it's a pretty young squad. You've got guys like Hetmeyer, Padikul, Krishna, I guess not young. Chahal, Parag, Nisham, Sanju, obviously Butler. You've got Ashwin. You've got the young gun in Jayaswal. You've got Navdeep Saini. You've got Yuzi. Wait, I've already said Yuzi. Obed McCoy, Dustin, Daryl Mitchell, Jimmy Neesham, Coulton Oil. So I think they've picked really good overseas players. I like their picks. I love the Hetmeyer pick. I love the Jimmy Neesham pick. I love the Dustin pick a lot. I think he should play a lot. But there's just nothing that excites me about this. I totally forgot Devdutt Padikul as well. Another, up-and-coming, really solid batsman. Was pretty good for RCB last year. He's got some experience batting alongside Virat. So I think they will open, obviously, with Padikul, Jayaswal, Sampson. I think, to be that top 3. Hetmeyer, Butler. I think they'd all be around that top order. Daryl Mitchell, Dustin, sorry. So it'll be interesting to see how they go with this team. They've got a lot of top order batsmen and a lot of really good bowlers, but there isn't a middle order player that I'm looking at here that I think's going to win them games. Is Jimmy Neesham or Coulton Oil going to play every game and take 4 wickets and make 40 plus runs? No, I wouldn't have thought so. So that's kind of where I'm at this team. I think they'll be competitive. I think they'll have some good wins, but I don't think they'll go much further than 8th, near that bottom 3. So, all right, let's move to number 7. Okay, in the number 7 position for 2022, I've got the first new franchise, the Gujarat Titans. Just being a new franchise is enough for me to not want to put them in the top. You never know how a new franchise is going to play. They could come in and they could not lose a game. They could also come in and not win one. Nothing would surprise me with any new franchise. You don't really see new franchises just come into any professional sporting league across the world and just come in and dominate and win. It happens, but very rarely. So I'm going to go with the other odds on this. I'm going to say Gujarat. I think they'll be okay, but I don't think they're going to, make a push for the playoffs at all, or really be that competitive where they're knocking off, the top teams like CSK, Mumbai, and so on. So, when you have a team, Hardik Pandya, hopefully he can get back to his best and start bowling again, which would be nice. Rashid Khan, superstar. Gill, superstar. Well, not a superstar Gill yet. If he can have a big season, then I'll call him a superstar. Shami, David Miller, Jason Roy, Rinaman Saha, Matty Wade, Lockie Ferguson, Tawatia, Noor Ahmad, Dominic Drakes, and Alzari Joseph. So, first thing you look at is their international signings. They, Rashid, great pickup. David Miller, great pickup. Jason Roy, I believe, will not be playing this season. So, you can forget Jason Roy. Matty Wade, nice pickup. Ferguson, great pickup. Noor Ahmed and Dominic Drakes and Alzari Joseph. Dominic Drakes, I think, is one that deserved a spot. Alzari Joseph was on the fringe. Noor Ahmad, I think, is more of a speculative pick, and, they're probably expecting him to probably just bowl a lot of variations is probably all they're asking from him, but I think they missed a few. Dominic Drakes, Alzari Joseph, do you really want to be picking two players from the same country who kind of play a similar role? I didn't really understand that, but, I think it's a good team. Vijay Shankar, Jayat Yadav, of course, will bowl. Varun Aaron, sorry. I read that around the wrong way. So, look, they have a good squad, but again, I don't know how they're going to go until we see them play a game. So, I can't really make much talk on them, but hey, that's my number 7. Let's move to number 6. We are here with number 6, the LSG, the Lucknow Super Giants. Now, again, both of the new franchises I've got cited kind of in the same area, just purely because we don't know how new franchises are going to play. As I just said, I'm not going to repeat what I just said in the last clip about Gujarat, but it's true. Like, I just don't want to go early. Because if, this team looks really good, but KL Rahul is captain. Great batsman, great person, decent captain, great batsman, of course, but at Punjab, we had a good enough team around Rahul and Agarwal to go on and play playoffs. I don't see why KL Rahul all of a sudden moves franchises and all of a sudden they're the next, future superstar franchise. Like, I just don't see it really happening with this team. I look at, someone like Rahul, obviously, superstar. Quinton de Kock, superstar. Stoinis, very inconsistent, but can be a superstar. Evan Lewis is good. Pandy, good. Jason Holder, good retain. Oh, not retain. Krunal Pandya. Bam, bam. Deepak Hooda, of course, great pickup. Kyle Mayers, Gotham. Karan Sharma's in there. The man Bishnoi was a great pickup. Avesh Khan, of course, that's an amazing pickup. Dally were silly to let him go. Mark Wood, another great pickup. Dasmantha Chamira, I don't know if he'll play too much, but nice backup. Ankit Rajput, Shabazz Nadeem, who is coming off like 170 in the Ranji Trophy, so you can't ask much more. Mayank Yadav. Those are just the last few names. So, look, again, new franchise. I don't really know where to place them yet, so I'm just kind of sticking the new franchises both in the middle of the table. So that's just kind of where we're at. It's an exciting team, but again, you just don't know with the new teams. All right, let's move on to team number 5. Okay, in number 5, we've got my team, the Punjab Kings. Of course, would I have loved to put them first or second or third or even fourth for that matter? Yes. And I almost had them in 4th, but then I just kind of brought them back. I said, you know what? Just because I'm a fan, I will not let my bias put me aside, and I'm not just going to, say, oh yeah, Punjab, we're winning the title. I don't think we'll lose a game. Shikhar Dhawan, orange cap. Rabada, purple cap. Season done. Like, I could easily just sit here and say what I want to happen, but realistically, probably not. But yeah, in 5th, I think it's a pretty fair position for us. Look, finishing, 7th last year was embarrassing. Or was it 6th last year? I can't remember, but it wasn't a great season. Of course, losing Rahul was a big loss. Who else did we lose? We lost Shahrukh Khan, but we brought him back. Harpreet Brar, we brought him back as well. Bishnoi, of course, was a big loss, but we brought in Rahul Chahar, so that's a good replacement. I'm so excited for the IPL because we've got a pretty good team. I'm not going to lie. Agarwal, Arshdeep Singh, obviously both retained. Shikhar Dhawan at the auction, beautiful pickup. Rabada, Bairstow, Rahul Chahar, Shahrukh Khan, Ishan Paral. He should roll the arm over a few times. Liam Livingston, great pickup there. O'Dean Smith. I would have rathered Moses on Reeks, but sure. You got Rishi Dhawan, Sandeep Sharma, of course, we know those two names. Nathan Ellis, brought him back. Raja Paksa, I have heard of that name. Benny Howe got picked up somehow. Again, I know he's a keeper, I believe, right? But I still would have rathered Moises behind the stumps with the gloves, but that's all right. And where's the man? Where's Raj Bawa? Where is he? I don't see him on this list, huh? Where is he? Oh, there he is. I didn't know that they had his middle name in there. Angad. Raj Bawal. Well, that's the man we're looking out for. I did vote for him as emerging player of the season, him and DeWild Brevis, so we'll see how that goes. But look, number 5, I think it's a pretty fair spot for us. Of course, I want to be playing top 4. I want us to be in that top 4, but I just don't think we're there yet. But I hope we are. So, hey, let's move on to team number 4. All right, team number 4. This may come as a bit of a shock to some of you, but I've got the Delhi Capitals at 4. Now, having a team at number 4 does not mean they're bad at all. It means they're going to be in the playoffs, and it means they're probably a big chance for the title. So just because I've put them at 4th does not mean I don't think they could finish first. They could easily finish first. They could easily not lose a game. I mean, it would not surprise me, although it probably would surprise me a little bit. But, yeah, in 4th here. So, I mean, obviously, Pant, superstar, pretty sure hopefully can become what we've always wanted. But, again, I don't think he's going to be that guy. You're not that guy, pal, but you kind of could be. We'll see what happens. Anrik Norkia, Axar Patel, David Warner, Mitchell Mars, Fiz Rahman, Ngidi, Ronvin Power, Timmy Seifert, Sarfraz Khan, Kuldeep Yadav, Lord Shadul Takua, KS Baharat, Khalil Ahmed, Chetan Sakuraya, the man Yash Dul. Did you guys see that clip of him like a day ago hitting some shot in the nets for Delhi? He just flicked it over the back of his head, just like that. I thought, this guy's going to be tricky to bowl too all season. Yeah, they've got a great team put together here, Delhi, and absolutely, nothing's a perfect squad, but this is bloody close. And to have them at 4th just shows you how much I believe in the teams above them. I'm huge on Delhi. If you guys are new to the channel, I've been saying for the last couple of weeks that Delhi, they're probably my second, favourite team to watch other than Punjab. Obviously, I like watching Jadeja, Dhoni, Gaikwood. There's a lot of great teams out there to watch. But I think just, now they've got Warner, Marsh, they've got Lord Takua, Pant, Norkie, Patel, Yash Dul. They've got some great talent here. So I'm excited to see how Delhi go. But yep, got them in 4th. Let's move on to number 3. Okay, in number 3, we've got the Royal Challengers Bangalore. This was a tough one. I could have easily switched them with Delhi, but I decided, you know what? I believe in RCB this year. I believe that RCB will be really, really good. And to be honest, they're probably my pick for the title. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I'm huge on RCB this year. I think they're going to be awesome. I've got them in 3rd just because, again, you know which other 2 teams are in front, CSK and Mumbai. So I've got them above, but again, I could have easily had them from 1, 2, 3, or 4. It wouldn't have mattered. Kohli, how many runs will he make this season? Can he go on, bounce back? Not the captain anymore. Will he open? Will he bat at 3 or 4? I mean, I'm interested to see how Kohli's going. It sounds like he's pretty excited to get out there and prove everyone wrong. That's the word I'm hearing. And the word I'm hearing is just whatever I read on Twitter. So take it for a grain of salt if you want, but I think Kohli's going to be back. I think Kohli's going to be back this year, especially back in India. There's going to be crowds back in games. I think this is just the year that Kohli says, you know what, I am so sick of everyone talking shit about me, just trying to retire me, trying to say I'm washed up. I'm not washed up. MVP, possibly. Glenn Maxwell, obviously, that's a great retention. Siraj, great retention. Faf du Plessis, the new captain. One of the great batsmen of all time. You get in your team, pretty good. Hasaranga, the man Hasi. You got Purple Patel in there. You got DK Kartik in there. I don't know why I said his last name technically twice, but Josh Hazlewood, the most underrated pickup of the auction. He's a superstar. He bowled so well for CSK last season. He won a title. He's the right guy to bring in. He will lead your attack every single game. Great pickup. Shabazz Ahmad. What other names? Lomraw from Rajasthan. I thought he was quite good last year. Finn Allen, a great pickup. Rutherford. I don't think he'll play that much. Berendorf. Does he play that much? Maybe. Siddharth Cool. Who else? You got David Willey in there as well, which I used to be a big David Willey fan, but he's kind of grown off me the last few years. I think he's kind of let his bowling go, and now he's trying to be more of like an all-rounding batsman, which I don't really like for him. I've always thought, he's like an Andrew Tye from Australia. Just bowls lots of variations and can mix it up. Can also bowl steam. He kind of doesn't do that anymore, which is unfortunate. But hey, RCB in at third. Let me know what you guys think. It's time to go to number 2. Okay, at number 2, we've got the Mumbai Indians at number 2. So, of course, you can tell who I've got at number 1. We will get to them in a moment's time. But the Mumbai Indians, I've got on my power rankings at number 2. Of course, no Jofra Archer for all of this season. Already a huge blow, but they knew that when they picked him up. He wasn't going to play this year, so he'll be huge. Him and Bumrah next year will be just almost impossible to stop. With Riley Meredith, they're going to have, and Tymel Mills, and Dan, like, holy shit. They've got a really good team now that I'm looking at it. Again, I almost want to put them back up to 1, but no, I won't. Okay, look, where do you start from? Rohit Sharma, the captain. India's captain in all 3 formats. One of the best T20 players of all time. One of the best short form players of all time. What else can you say? It's the hitman. We back him in. Bumrah, arguably the best bowler in the world at the moment in all 3 formats, if you want to say. That's awesome. Suryakumar Yadav. Retaining him was always huge. Sky's a great batsman. There's nothing more to say. Kieron Pollard, great retention. Huge retention. Bats at 6-7, bowls 3 to 4 a game. Pretty useful. Ishan Kishan, they had to retain him, and they did, so they've great retention. And then just this guy, Dewald Brevis, baby AB de Villiers, as he's being called. Now, I don't like to call players, after another player's name, or call them Junior, like Sachin Junior or Steve Smith Junior, because I like to let players develop into their own, but he seriously does play like AB, and he's probably the best thing to come out of South African cricket since AB and Faf and these guys like Morkel and Stain. Like, I don't think they've had a talent like this in a long, long time. They've got a guy like Jansen's like, how old's Jansen? I think he's like 24, isn't he? But Brevis, yeah. Look at that batting lineup. Sharma, Kishan, Suryakumar Yadav, Brevis, Tim David, Dan Sams is a great batsman. So they've got a really, really good side here. The man Arjun Tendulkar, will he finally play a game? Probably not. Will Tendulkar ever play a game in the IPL? I don't know how old he is now, but it feels like he's been around since he came out the womb. And he's been ready to be he's been ready for selection since he fell out the womb, essentially, it feels like. But no. Great team. Bowlers, Archer won't play, but Bumrah, Sams, Mills, Tim David bowls some beautiful, medium pace, slow ball things. Meredith, Fabian Allen's a great pickup. I think they maybe are just a tiny bit weak. I think, selecting Archer in the auction this year has left them just a little bit thin for bowlers, but there's always 1 or 2 guys that you'd never expect to step up, and then they step up and take that next step. I think of someone like Arshdeep Singh for Punjab last season. He wasn't getting a game at the start of the year. We bring him in for the second leg and he goes crazy. So, it's just a change like that can always change stuff. So I'm sure one of these guys amongst this squad will come out of nowhere and provide a lot. So, hey, Mumbai at number 2, great squad. But it's time to get to number 1. And it's the Chennai Super Kings right here, CSK, the reigning title winners. How can you not have the title winners as the number 1 team? I think going into a season without the title winners at number 1 is just silly. What else is there to say? They won the goddamn title. You have to back them in. They've got Dhoni. Legend. It doesn't matter how old the man is. He can still finish off games. We saw that last season. He's still one of the best keepers in the world. Awesome. Jadeja, the best all-rounder in the world. Gaikwad, the best young batsman in the world for T20 cricket. I guess in the IPL. Won the orange cap last year. Moeen Ali, superb. Great to keep him. Udapau, will he play? Don't know. DJ Bravo. Wait, is it Dwayne? Which Bravo is that? Because I'm very sure there's 2 Dwayne Bravos. I think that's... No. That is the DJ Bravo. Okay, good. And Batty Raidu, class. Deepak Chahar, which sounds like he might miss a lot of the season, unfortunately, Mr. Chahar, but yeah, he's all class. They spent like 14 crore on him at the auction, so you would hope so. Shivam Dube, Chris Jordan, I didn't even see Thikshana from Sri Lanka, of course. They've got Devon Conway, Dwayne Pretorius, Mitchell Santner, Adam Milne. Wow, they've gone with a few New Zealand players, haven't they? And I guess that's really it. But who are... Because I know that there's a lot of CSK players, like a lot of young youth coming through. I don't know which ones are the young guys, but I think this guy, Hangarikika... I said that wrong, obviously, but I think it's him, and I think this Varma guy, right? I've seen a lot of CSK fans talking on Twitter, talking about these two guys that could win emerging player. I think it's them two, right? Or it's someone in this team, I can't remember. But, I mean, that's CSK. I mean, what more can I say about this squad that hasn't already been said? Again, have they brought back essentially the same team as last year? Yep. Is it a little bit boring? Yep. Are they going to probably win the title again? Yep. I mean, you can't bring back the same squad and not expect the same result. I mean, if I was a CSK fan, nothing but a title would make me happy with the season. But I guess what can you do? Going back-to-back is pretty hard to do. So if they do it, it'd be a remarkable effort. But they're going to have to prove it. Everyone's going to want to beat them, especially Mumbai, I tell you that. Mumbai are going to be out for blood this season. But hey... we'll cap it off, guys. That is my first official power rankings video for IPL season 2022. Look, I don't know how long this video was, but if you guys want me to try and shorten them or make them longer or whatever, during the season, let me know. If this is fine, let me know as well. So, hey, put your power rankings down in the comments. Let me know if you do not like my rankings. That is okay, because everyone gets an opinion here on the channel. So, hey, if you guys are new, subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.